This video will assist you with your assignment, Lab 1, changing the stacking order, inserting an audio file, and animating a photo, illustration, and title. Visit Yellowstone National Park. This is your assignment. I'm going to need some data files in order to complete my assignment. My assignment can be found on PowerPoint page 170. On page 170, it tells me that I'm going to have some required data files. I can find those under the data file section in my Blackboard site. So I'm already there. I'm going to right-click and save target as or save link as, depending on which browser I'm in, and save this data file. I'm going to hit cancel because I already have this saved, and I'm going to need to do the same thing to the Wolves MP3 file. Right click, save target as or save link as, save this one as well, and save it to a location of your choice. I've saved both of these to the desktop, so I'm going to click over here and grab a hold of my desktop. You can see that I have two files there. Step number 1 asks me to run PowerPoint and open the presentation. If I just simply double click on the presentation, it's going to open it. Sometimes it's nice to know what you're working with so that you can see what you're going to complete. So this here is a file that's already been created for us, and we're going to make some changes to this file. I'm going to select the first slide, and I just like to play my way through here and see what all I have on here. I can see I've got some text and images. This here is a video. I've got a video going on in here. All right. I got an audio file over here as well. So sometimes if you kind of click your way through and just sort of check it out, you can see some of the different options that you have in your PowerPoint. So I know I'm going to make some modifications to all of these. So step number 1, run PowerPoint, open the presentation called Yellowstone, which is located in your data files. On slide 1, all right, so we're all ready to get started. On slide 1, increase the size of the waterfall picture to 7.5 by 11.54. So I'll select my picture and I'll go up to Format, and I will change the height of that to 7.5, and then it's going to ask me to adjust the width so that the width will be 11.54, and enter. So I've got that done, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust that on the screen where it shows me on the image that it's going to be located. All right, and then move the picture to the left side of the slide as shown in the picture. There we go. All right, now we're done with step 1. Let's take a look at step 2. On slide 1, select the title text placeholder. Here's my title text placeholder. I've got that selected. It's going to ask me to display the animation gallery and click the More Effects, More Entrance Effects, and apply the Expand Entrance Effect. All right, display the animation gallery. If I go to my Animations tab, here is my Animations gallery. Now, sometimes, and especially because I did not create this PowerPoint on my own, I'm going to click here and say that I'd like to view the animation pane because I want to see if there's already some animation on here, and there is not. But it's nice to be able to see what you've got going on. This particular PowerPoint slide has no animation. All right, we're going to add some animation here. It asks us to go into the gallery, so we're going to click the More button on that and then apply the Expand Entrance Effect in the subtle area. So here we've got entrance, emphasis. All right, and exit. So we've got some different options going on here, and it tells us we want an entrance of expand entrance, and you may not see it, right? You may not see it right here. And so here at the very bottom, it's going to say More Entrance Effects. We're going to have to enter the whole gallery. Now that I've got the whole gallery up under my subtle category, I can find expand. So there we go. Display the animation gallery. Click More Entrance Effects. Apply the Expand Entrance Effect in the subtle area to the title text. Now there we go. Change the start timing option to with previous. I'm going to say OK to this. And up here, it's going to be my timing. and it said to make it with previous. And adjust the duration to 3.0 seconds. So I'm going to make this say with previous, and then down here for the duration, I'm going to say 3.0 and enter and say that's complete. Now bring the title text forward so that the eagle's wings do not block the title. So with this still selected, I can go up here under the Format tab and say bring forward, and so now it is in front of the eagle's wings. Okay, so there we go. Step 2 had a lot of steps to it, okay, but that's step 2. Let's take a look at step 3. Step 3 is going to say on slide 1, decrease the size of the eagle illustration. All right, here's my eagle illustration right here. And it's going to ask me to decrease the size of it. I'm on my format. I can come over here. It's going to ask me to decrease the size to about 4.43 by 5.3. I'll click down here and make it by 5.3 and enter. And then I've adjusted my size to that. And then move it to the positions shown in the figure. And so it's a little bit further this direction. Oops, let's see here. So that's what happens sometimes when you've got things that are layered. All right, so I'm going to move it under the W for Yellowstone. So it's going to be further over here. Okay? And then it's going to ask me to apply the fly-in entrance effect. Okay? Apply in entrance. So I've got it selected. I'm going to go back to my animations. And here's my fly-in entrance. All right, but it gives me something else. It asks the fly-in entrance effect with the from bottom right direction. So here's my effect options, and I want it to say from bottom right. So that step is done. And then change the start timing option to after previous. Okay, so my start timing over here is going to be after previous. And then it says make the duration 2.50. Okay, so my duration here will be 2.50 and enter. So I've made a lot of adjustments to that. Add the fly out exit animation. So make sure you have your eagle selected again. And now we're going to do the fly out exit animation. But it says to the left. We want it to fly out to the left. To the left. All right. And then change the start timing of the option effect to after previous. So here's my start timing, and I want to say after previous. And then the duration is going to be 3 seconds. So we're going to change this duration to 3.0 and enter. All right, so we just did a whole lot on this very first slide. Let's play this first slide. The cool part about this, it doesn't tell you in your assignment to pull up this animation pane. I like to pull it up. It's under the animation tab, animation pane. It allows me to see what animation I've got going on and what order it's going to happen. And so green is an entrance, red is an exit. I know I've got an entrance, I know I've got an exit. The other indicator for me is underneath this number 1, I've got a little star. I'm going to go ahead and play this very first slide so I can see what I've done. Oh, I clicked too fast. Okay. All right. Well, I know that I've made the changes that were asked of me, so I'm pretty sure that I'm good there. Double check yourself. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Remember, these videos are tools to assist you. They are not completed assignments, so double check yourself on that. Slide 4, or step 4, gives us to slide 2. And on slide 2 here, we can see I've got this video, right? Got a video on slide 2. All right, so on slide 2, change the size of the video so that it measures approximately, and it gives me, so when I select my video here, I can come up here to my Format tab, and on the far right, just like with any of the images, it's going to allow me to adjust it. And it asks me to adjust it to 5.93, enter, to approximately 8.9, 8.9, enter. All right, so I've got this is what it's asked. Got my size. Change the video style to canvas white style. So we want the canvas white style. So let's make sure we get and it's under the intents. Let's see here, canvas white. Canvas white is right there. All right. And then change the border weight to 6. Okay. So come up here under my border, my video border. I'll choose my weight and select 6. And then it's going to ask me to have the video start automatically. Now that's going to come from my playback tab. So start video not when clicked on, but automatically. All right, and then the next thing it's going to ask me to do is change the start time of the video and the end time of the video, and then move it to the location shown. All right, so I need to select automatically. Now to change the start and end time, what I've got to do is I have to come up here to the trim, and I'm going to trim it in and I'm going to trim it out. Or I could come down here to the start time, either way, and it's going to ask me, because I could drag and drop it as well, make the start time 28.008. So I could just keep on dragging this here until I get to 28.008 approximately, right? And I can use these little arrows here, 28.008, so that I could get it more accurate. The other thing you could do is type your numbers in. All right, so you have options, and then it wants the end time to be at 50.55. All right, so I'm going to drag this down here until I get this one to 50.55 or close to it, and then I can adjust it using this, or I could type it in, or combination of any of them. Okay, now we're done with that step, so that step is done. We're going to say okay, and then we're going to move this on the slide in the approximate location where it asks us to, so that step there is complete. So that is step number 4. All right, on step number 5, it says on slide 3. So we're going to move on. We're going to go to slide 3. And on slide 3, see how I have that animation pane still open? And it tells me what I have over here. There's a trigger over here. All right, so it tells me that I've got some audio. All right, so I have some different things going on here, okay? So here we go. On slide 3, increase the size of the picture. All right, now listen, you guys can increase the size of your picture. You do not need me for this. So you follow your directions and you increase the size of this picture to whatever it tells you to, 26.26, right? You've done this way more times. 6.26. You don't need me for this. You guys have got this. And 8.23. All right, and hit enter. Okay, you're done with that. And then apply the moderate frame black picture style. So that's just a picture style, okay? So a moderate, that's the simple one. That's the double. So that's the moderate frame black. And then it's going to ask us, move the picture to the location shown in the figure. Okay, so look at your picture. That's pretty good. And then start the audio file automatically. In order to do that, we got to click on our audio file. Click on your audio file, go up to your playback tab, and instead of telling it when clicked on, you're going to say make it automatically. All right. And then hide this file during the show. Okay, that's good. That's easy. Click right here. Hide it during the show. Right, so that's done. It's automatically hide during the show. Now it wants us to trim the audio file. Okay, we'll come right back here to our trim our audio, and we're going to trim this audio so that the start time is at 1. All right, and you can adjust this on your own. There we go. The start time would be at 1, and then the end time is at 2. Okay? The end time is at 2. And then you can make your adjustments over here. All right, and that's done. All right, so that's complete. So there we go. That is that's our slide 3. Let's take a look in the book. What else? Now we're going to move on to slide 4. So we are moving right along here. Let's take a look at slide 4. This is step 6. It's going to ask you to apply the moderate frame black style to the bear picture. All right, to the bear picture. The bear picture, we're going to format that with the moderate, was this one moderate? Moderate frame black. And then the metal oval picture to the wolf. So select your wolf, and this one's going to be the metal oval. And then move the 2 pictures to the location shown and bring the wolf picture forward. All right, so now we're going to move the bear. The bear is going to come up here. This could also be called layering, right? And then the wolf is going to go about right here, kind of right here. But then the wolf needs to come forward. So up here on my format, I'm just going to say bring forward right there. So we're good with that. Okay. Now there we go. Step number 7 is apply the fade entrance effect to the 2 pictures. So I've got 2 pictures, and I'm going to apply the fade entrance. We'll go to our animations, and here's our fade entrance right here. Okay. Change the start timing option to after previous and the duration to 2.50. So the start timing is going to be after previous, and then the duration is going to be 2.50. 2.50, and then that's done. Okay. Step number 8 asks us to insert the audio file called Wolves, which is located in the data file. Change the volume to medium and make it start automatically, and then hide it. Okay, so on this particular slide here, we're going to do insert, our audio file, insert. Come all the way to the far right, there's your media grouping. We're going to say we want audio from my PC. For me, I have it saved to my desktop. It was called Wolves MP3. We're going to insert that. It's going to insert it probably to the very middle, all right? It says that we want to make some adjustments to this. We want to change the volume to medium, first of all. So here it's going to give you some different options for your volume under your format, under your playback. Hold on a second. Volume, there we go. Sorry, I was overlooking it. Volume will go to medium. And then the next thing it's going to ask us to do is make it start automatically, and then hide the icon during the show. A lot of people say that audio should be heard and not seen. Make it start automatically, and then you won't see this little icon during your presentation. So that step is complete there too. On slide 5, it's going to ask us to apply the metal oval picture style to the 4 fish pictures. That's a tongue twister. All right, let me select all 4 fish pictures and select the Format tab. Choose the metal oval style. After that, it asks you to apply the bounce entrance effect to the upper left picture. So I need to go to Animations. I'd like a bounce entrance. Here are my entrances. I can select bounce. Apply a bounce entrance effect to the upper left picture and change the start timing option to after previous. Start timing would be after previous with a duration of 5.25. 5.25. Now, let me mention this preview button here. If I select this preview button, it's going to show me in a preview of what this would look like. Okay, so I can get an idea. Now, it's going to ask you to apply these same animation effects to the remaining 3 pictures in clockwise order. So you would want to start with this next fish picture here and do the same animation. I'm going to let you take care of that. We're going to move on to step 10. Step 10 asks us to apply the wind transition. Select my Transitions tab. I need to find my wind transition. And if you're not sure, a lot of times it'll tell you what category it's in. It's in the exciting category. So if I go to the exciting category, I should find wind. Here we go. Apply it to all slides. Change the duration to 2.50. I'll select it first. Change the duration, 2.50. Enter. And then I need to say apply to all. Now, I already had little stars over here beside of my numbers because there were other animations on here previously. So that's not a great indicator to let you know whether those transitions were applied. As long as you say apply to all, it will be applied. Step 11, if requested by your instructor, insert a text box on slide 2 and add the name of the street where you lived as a child. That's between you and your instructor. Step number 12, view the presentation and then save the file using the file name Lab 3-1 Visiting Yellowstone. Okay, I'm going to view this presentation. Click on slide 1 and play our way through this presentation. There were very few things that I did not complete on this presentation. And I'm not having to click anything once I get to the slides. Everything on the slides is already done for me because we told things to start with previous or after previous. You can hear the audio file in the background. I'm having to click simply from slide to slide. Once everything is completed on the slide, then I can click to move to the next slide. Now this one should have had animation on the other 3 pictures, and I'll let you guys complete that on your own. All right, well, I hope this was helpful for you. Make sure you save this as Lab 3-1 Visiting Yellowstone and submit this into your Blackboard site. Good luck to you. I hope this was helpful.